Yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it because this is mad. I put up on Facebook earlier on both of my Facebooks as well. I put it up, and it was under the caption. This is disturbing and disgusting. Yeah, and it was called the Amantford mystery, and it's even hard to put into words. Yeah, but what I'll say, like, this guy, normal guy, went and bought a house in auction for, I think, £38,000, and the house was above a nail shop. It was just a rundown nail shop, and he, like, I put a long story into short, really. He started hearing screams, like, at mad times of the morning. Like, it was always after 12 o'clock, and he recorded. He actually recorded it, and what had happened is there was cracks in his basement, and there was a light source coming up. Yeah. Now, you heard them recordings. There is no doubt whatsoever what them recordings were. Them recordings were of terrified children. You can hear it. I can only guess about the girl must be between 5 and 7, and she's saying, "Can I get dressed now? Can I get dressed now?" And like the screams, yeah. It was just, but when he's tried to report it to the police, this guy, there is so many parallels with Brian's story. It's ridiculous, yeah. This guy was getting, he played his recordings, and all these people wanted to, when he phoned up the police, like, he got the same, he was getting the same as Brian, fake police. And he even made a complaint against the two police officers, but none of them was worried about the screaming and the noises, and you could clearly hear gunshots as well. And I don't, and there's sound of a horn blowing, and this guy, like, there was so much shit, like, he's recorded everything. And it just ties in with everything that me and Brian have been saying. There is a tunnel network under London, 100%. Yeah, and do you remember the rail network? They've got a whole railway network underneath. Yeah, and this is no joke. This is it's not a fucking joke. Yeah, so anyone, like, you need to go and watch this guy, because there is so many parallels in with Brian's story. Like, the son reported on armed police going in his you've just got to watch this, and it's like, what? And he tried to put in a complaint about his barrister because they fucked about with him in court, and it's like, fucking hell. Because there's definitely links between Wales and London, 100%. And I just want to remind you as well, don't forget, in Wales we have the Trolling Academy, and we also have the Hillary Clinton School of Law. You know, and, like, everything that me and Brian's uncovered, like, but this confirms it. And how can this guy be reporting this to the police, and all he's getting is harassed? And he's like, Brian, he's got all the evidence. He's got all the evidence, and and like, the screams of, oh my God, it wasn't just children. There was women there as well. I think there might be meant, like, and then the people who own the house, they was fucking, they wanted for child molestation in Turkey. Like, come on, man. It's hard for me to get into words because it's, how do you put that into words? Yeah, and he's got pictures of what looks like human fat from the drains. Like, what the, and then I start remembering things like the fucking Chanel guillotine and the Chanel chainsaw. Like, why would these people invent? Like, why? Like, what? And the thing is if people know, like this guy, you have no idea he spent out money on forensic kits for some of the rubbish that was left out. It's yeah, but what? It was like a basement under his basement. It did, and and there was damage done to his property because of they were tunnelling, and it's. But these screams, man, like you cannot hear these screams and not think what the fuck is that? You cannot hear these screams and discount these screams. But they've literally gone out of their way to destroy this guy. To absolutely destroy this guy. And he's got like, and it's the fake police pop up again. Like people need to go. And I know it seems like a lot, but when I tell you now, I've just sat here and watched the whole thing because I knew it. Like earlier on, Brian sent it to me, but I was chatting to Brian for about 3 hours earlier on. And what I'm going to do tomorrow as well, right? And I'm going to do it. I don't know what time, yeah. But because I can go live from my phone straight to YouTube tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna take you around my area, right? Now, I live in a very satanic area. This Eltham is in the Doomsday Book. Eltham is actually in the Doomsday Book, right? So, and I live in such close proximity to Eltham Palace. I'll show you tomorrow, right? But not only that, right? We've had around my local shops, and I'll show you that it's just they're run. It's you wouldn't walk round my local shops and say, hey, what you need is a private nursery. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. The private nursery is going to be in where the bookies used to be. Yeah? And then they called it Little Goblins. And their opening night was on Halloween. This was a few years ago now. A couple of years ago now, because I covered it in my lives. Yeah. But I live in a very historic but deeply satanic, and also as well in the Royal Blackheath Golf Club that's just there, right? We have the second oldest Freemason lodge in the country. So it's not the one in London, it's the one after that. And I'm gonna take a walk around, and I'm gonna show you the stable, and you'll see how close I live to Eltham Palace. It's mad. You'd be shocked. But Eltham Palace right about now is owned by the Coulthards, who are an open satanic family. But I'm getting off the subject here. Sorry. Going back to the documentary, it was just, and the guy even tried to put in a complaint against his barrister and his solicitor who represented him, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, like it is. I can't begin to tell you. It just mirrors Brian's story. It just mirrors Brian's story, and I really hope that something comes of this. I really do, because. But and you can see this guy. He only fucking purchased a property online, not online, an auction. I don't know whether it's an online auction or whatever. But that's all he done. And like he kind of reads out the comments, and at first he's really getting attacked. And that's happened to me and Brian. But then the second, like they're not attacking him as much because his evidence speaks for itself. Its evidence speaks for itself. It's just it's a slam dunk. And the guy's even gone as far as to order forensic kits off of Amazon. He got forensic kits off Amazon, but and but these screams are and there's a little girl saying, "Can I get dressed now? Can I get dressed now?" And she couldn't have been no more than she was really young, and enough for some of them go, "Oh, the baby's dead," like. And someone's put, "Oh, it sounds like children having fun." Now that renders me speechless. Like, what the fuck? And this is only today we found this, and I believe this is a game changer. This is an absolute game changer. Yeah, absolute game changer, because this guy, all he's tried to do is basically like get someone to investigate, and the investigation it is like the same as Brian's. But what I will say, and what I'd forgotten about, and what I didn't speak to Brian earlier on, do you remember when them 2 police officers went round his house? Yeah, and they said that they'd been contacted by Welsh police. So basically, the Welsh police contacted Brian's local police station. This is in pandemic, yeah, right? They've knocked on his door, and they've said that they've been asked by the Welsh police. He's got all the recordings. To come and advise him that if he's going to be putting up revenge porn against Daniela, they advise him not to. I mean, what can you say? That's nuts. But this rundown now bar kind of gets me thinking about my area as well, because what you will see when I do my walkabout tomorrow is my little estate is, some people will call it rundown. I suppose it is in a way, but it's not as bad as the inner city ones. Like, we ain't got no tower blocks or nothing. But then you've got this world of the haves and the have-nots, because if I walk up the field, yeah, which is just literally, I don't know how many yards, just literally there kind of thing. You walk up there and it's £1 million houses, mate. £1 million houses. And there's another thing I want to say about, I don't know if you've been watching I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, yeah, but fucking Boy George, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't realise, do you know what? I think because now I know that he chained a rent boy to his fucking radiator and left him there. That's, and it was Brian who reminded me of that, and he said, Nick, he said he was good friends with Tom Watkins, and I'm like, well, but Boy George comes from my estate. Just want to point that out. Comes from my estate. He went Elton Green School. But yeah, he's obviously into the torture. Now, when on that I'm a Celeb, that girl from that Scarlet Bird, she done the dunny with him, and she said, oh, George loved it. Boy George loved it. And I'm just wondering, are you one of them shit eaters? Are you really one of them shit eaters? Also, he lied. Blatantly lied. You can go over and you can check it. He said when his mum was in hospital and he couldn't go and visit her, he was tweeting Greenwich Hospital every day. That's what he said on I'm a Celeb. It's there, he said it. Greenwich Hospital shut down over 25 years ago, mate. So I'm not too sure what Greenwich Hospital he was referring to, yeah. But Greenwich Hospital was one of the main hospitals in South East London. It was a massive hospital, yeah. But 25 years too late, George. Right. So what you don't forget the hospital your mum was in. And I'm not, and I've got a feeling that him and Matt Hancock might even know each other. Yeah. Yeah, there's something weird going on. But I just wanted to say that because he's a fucking, like, how the fuck are they letting someone who's been in jail for fucking dying of everybody? Like, that's just ridiculous. And these people, you only get, like, they're only going to show you one side. Like, everyone's going to end up thinking that Matt Hancock's a nice bloke by the end of this 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever they do. It's just it's just ridiculous, man. But when Brian said to me, he said, he was a good friend of Tom Watkins. I'm like, okay, that's it. Now I know what I need to know. Yeah, he was when he was carrying that shit fucking bucket, the dunny or whatever they call it. He was chanting, and then when he come back to camp, he was saying, "Oh, it's lovely. It's like getting back to nature." And I'm whoa. And you think him and Matt Hancock don't know each other. You think they ain't been at parties together. For all anyone knows, they could have been at Barrymore's party. Because, these people, it's word of mouth, and it's inconceivable to think these people don't know each other. It's just ridiculous. But I still say there was minors at that Michael Barrymore's party, and that's what all the cover up was. I don't know whether Stuart Lubbock actually died. I really don't know, and I wouldn't even like to comment on that, because when they put his missus on Sean Atwood, I was like, oh, okay. I don't, because for me, Sean Atwood's show is a list of who's a wrong un. Yeah, he had Wilfred Wong on there. He's had John Wedger on there. He had Jeanette Archer. Yeah, come on, man. And that's just that. Brian said they've had that Joey Pyle on there, who was managing him after Tom Watkins. And I think he was the one who said to Brian the day before 9/11, he said, "Oh, you need to go to the restaurant at the top of the towers." He said, "Go in the morning. That's when it's most amazing." And then, boom. That morning, the fucking planes went. Well, whatever happened with the towers happened. But check that. Fucking hell, man. It's how that boy has remained sane. It just amazes me, because this child trafficking thing, right? You cannot fail to hear these recordings of, like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, because there's a whole world going on down there that we don't know about. Yeah, and all the children that are born to breeders, yeah, they don't have birth certificates. No one knows that they're alive, and they don't. More often than not, they don't tend to stay alive. They're easy to kill. It's just, if you haven't got a birth certificate. I mean, it's bad enough if you have got a birth certificate, not going to lie, but at least it gives you a little bit of protection. When there's no birth certificate, no. And if you think this don't go on, John of God, he was the Brazilian healer, whatever, promoted by Naomi Campbell and Oprah Winfrey. And he was running baby farm, and he kept breeders for, I think it was 10, 12 years, and he sold them. He was selling the babies. Yeah. Now, when you're in the habit of selling babies, and I don't think that was just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, that was just the tip of the iceberg. But it's not happening in countries. Well, it is, but It's happening in this fucking country, and it's happening in my city as well. And that for me is because I'm disgusted with this country. Like how easy it is to manipulate the British public. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, because how have we got a fucking nonce, a nonce on the fucking throne of England? Yeah, not a like. I mean, I don't know, because I get a feeling that if Charles is crowned, it's it's yeah, no, and you know, this stuff leaves me speechless. This stuff actually leaves me speechless, because, and that takes some doing, let me tell you. But how do you put into words what is going on? And the thing is as well, it's not going on in these rich places. This was a fucking proper rundown gaff in Wales. Proper rundown. And it makes you realise, no, it's and this guy, man, he's reported it. He's got screenshots, emails, everything. Yeah, his mind definitely thinks like Brian's, because I see him going on to company's house, and I thought, fucking hell. But that's what these people must drive you to. Yeah, but what has happened? They even tried to say that he was mentally ill. This guy who bought the house, they even tried to say he was mentally ill. I mean, come on. Like that's it just mirrors a lot, and the fake police as well. Oh, they step up. Fake police. It's just fucking ridiculous. And every time he tries to report something, he's either, and he was ringing. He was ringing. You remember that number I kept ringing for Ronnie, and they kept saying, "Oh, we're trying to contact the officer. We contact the officer." That's exactly what he was getting as well. And that's sort of like what Brian's tried to do when he's tried to report it, and he's ended up right. They divert the call. Yeah, they divert the call. I can tell you that much. But I don't understand how they can stop. Like, on my life, you need to listen to these recordings. You so need to listen to these recordings, right? And I swear to God, they will make your head. I've listened to them 3 times, yeah, and I swear to God, I've got goosebumps. It's just ridiculous. And I'm gonna see if I can see my comments, because hang on. Ooh. We'll get there. Oh, I'm live, right. Yeah, I agree with you. Wilfred Wong weren't saving no one, mate. That weren't like, but the truth is stranger than fiction. That is so true, because you think these films like Hostel, and I swear to God, I haven't even watched them, because I don't like watching horror movies. Don't like watching anything like that. I don't like the feeling of being scared, and I've never liked it, so I just don't watch them for kind of things. What's that about? Ha ha ha! You think you know Dave Courtney? I do. Dave Courtney's friend. Why the fuck's Dave Courtney? Oh, shut up! That ain't Dave Courtney. Yeah, Daniel has stayed at the Welsh farmhouse of a friend during the plague. Yeah, and apparently she's got the power to contact Welsh police, who then contact the police in London, behind that, and fuck off. That's just Helen don't what? Yeah. Oh no. I see Jimmy Savile and Barry. Like he went in there, and I said to Brian, there was something in that. I don't know what it was. But that was because when I look at Michael Barrymore, I look at a man who's been beat down. Something, something very traumatizing happened to Michael Barrymore, and he always looks to me like he's just like a beat dog. So I don't know whether they're doing it to control or whatever. I don't even know what's going on with Boy George in the fucking jungle, yeah. But he's sitting there like he's all that light of I'm not liking that now. Oh, what's going on? Someone's brought up Hampstead. Why is someone on the live as Dave Courtney's friend? Why? What's the point of that? Like, what? Am I meant to get shook or something? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, because I ain't never gone there, and I never will go there, right? So and you don't want, you don't want me to go there. So, yeah. Who's Helen? I'm getting a bit confused. Who's fucking Helen James? Do you know what? The only person that I deal with in this shit is Brian. Let me tell you that now. I ain't working with fucking nobody, right? So don't even try and go there. I've put it up on Facebook. I put it up on Facebook earlier on. It's called and I've put it under the caption, "This is disturbing and disgusting." Go on Facebook and you'll see it. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Why is there? But right, what I was talking about was this. Was this? What was it called again? Now, it's actually called. Hang on, I'll get it up in a minute. It's actually called. The Ammanford Mystery. Yeah, I'm telling you now, everyone needs to watch this because it's like the guy's evidence is just unfucking real, and like I said, everyone will see. Like it's like a carbon copy of what they've done to Brian, and it's who's Aaron Carter? Who's Aaron Carter? I don't know who Aaron Carter is. Who's Helen James, for fuck's sake? Yeah, it's about a Manford, yeah. What's sudden adult death syndrome? I don't know what sudden adult death syndrome is. Like, what? It's like I don't get what's going on here because it's like it seems like I've got a load more people on my live as more than normal. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't even know who Ellen James is. And like, why are you setting up a thing saying Dave Courtney's friend? Why are you doing that? Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just nuts to me, man. That is just absolute nuts. Yeah, and you need to, just. But I don't think. Well, I don't know if it isn't about me. Then what are you doing on my live? If you're saying it's not about you, Nikki, then why are you on my live as Dave Courtney's friend? Why not be Joe Bloggs' friend? Why are you putting Dave Courtney there? Yeah. That's a very silly thing to do, but it's because I see you and I see what you're trying to do, it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But you see, you know, it's yeah. But it's why do people do this shit? Like, can you not see? I'm trying to fucking like get, you know, I'm the and I've got silly people making up. Like, it's just ridiculous because, like, you know, I've got more people on my live than what I ever normally do have. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know whether that's because they've been listening to mine and Brian's conversation earlier on. I don't know. I don't know, but it's fucking it pisses me off because why are you trying to distract me? Yeah, why the fuck would you be trying to? And who the fuck is Helen James? Am I working with Helen James? It's just nuts to me. All this like sometimes this online thing. It's like, well, why are you why are you trying to divert my attention and shit? Yeah, can't you come with a good question that I can answer that I can get my you know? It's like, oh God. Oh, what's that about Kanye West? Kanye West, I'm not gonna lie, and even Brian's like Brian didn't like him at first, but Brian's now come around because I'm telling you now, Kanye West is the only one he's chatting a lot of sense, and this anti-Semitic shit that they're bringing up. The mistake that he made was talking about Jews. It ain't about Jews, it's about Zionists. Yeah, and these Zionists, what you think they don't sell out the Jewish people? The Jewish people get hung out to dry like everyone else. Yeah, it's these Zionists, and they are running the world. There's no two ways about that. Yeah, they are fucking running the world. They're in Hollywood. They're everywhere. Yeah, they are absolutely everywhere. Yeah, and that's what it is. That anti-Semitic thing is it's them trying to set the fear of God into people. Well, I've like talking to Brian earlier on, and he's from now on we're going to refer to them as Zionists because if you're not saying the Jewish people, which you know they are Jews obviously, but they're Zionist Jews, they're a cut above everybody. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, basically it. But this shit is going on in councillor states in it like it's not. And like I suppose council estates are good places to do it because nobody really. These people weren't meant to be hearing these noises, but there was a crack. There was cracks that had appeared, and it's no, no, no. Who's Aaron Carter? I don't know who Aaron Carter is. Yes, it's on my Facebook, but it's on YouTube as well. It's on YouTube as well. Oh, where have the screams been heard from? The guy put fucking recording thing down there when he first. It's recorded 5 hours. There's 5 hours, but he doesn't play it all. But like, I'm telling you now, you just need to listen to this geezer. This geezer's not an idiot. This geezer's got a few quid as well, and he's took them to civil court, and he's a builder. Yeah, and that's why he bought the fucking property. It's but when I say and people trying to say it was fireworks, right? And it wasn't gunshots. It was clearly gunshots. And when I say like all the geezer's done is try to report this, and they accused him of being mentally ill. Tick. Where did we hear that one before? Oh, yeah, Brian. And I remember Puddock. Brian showed a recording of Puddock saying, well, if you say that someone's mentally ill long enough, it becomes the truth. So, you know, this is obviously a kind of like a thing they do. They tried it on me, but I'm like, yeah, I am mad. And what? I take medication, and what difference does that make? Like, yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm going to do this walkabout tomorrow. I don't know what time it'll be. It'll probably be in the afternoon because I'm not a morning person. But I'm going to show you my area, and like because it's very historic as well, and it's a very interesting area. but not for the right reasons. And there's a lot more I know than what I can let on, because obviously these are just hypotheses anyway. But when I show you the Little Goblins private nursery, you know where I'm coming from, because it's just fucking ridiculous. Because the people who started up that nursery, because I know their landlord, and the two girls they used to run the social services nursery, that got shut down because of it. But yeah, no, but obviously I have to be a bit careful there, because I sometimes do. I say what I think, and then it's like sometimes I need to keep myself in check, because my mouth can run away with me. I don't suppose that surprises everyone. How do we spell? It. I don't. Everyone's saying ignore Helen, please. I don't even know who Helen is. To be quite honest with you, I really don't. Yeah, that's it. Alan Tate. That's it. That's it. That's it. Tazzy Wazzy. You've got it. Look up Alan Tate, Ammanford, on the Ammanford mystery. I don't know who's trying to divert me from speaking about my work. You're just pretty sad people, as far as I'm concerned, because this ain't personal to no one. And believe you me, I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit, right? And everyone knows I do. But I'm not. It's not about that, right? It's not about that. For me, this is just about fucking the worst kind of child trafficking, child abusing pieces of shit. Yeah, but I'm showing it like Camilla Batman-Jelly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When you see Boy George Dredd, like he dresses in the same kind of style as her. Yeah, that bright colours, disorientation. Yeah, there is so much wrong with this fucking country. I don't even know where to begin. It's just so bad. But the parallels with Brian is just ridiculous. But and someone's saying, well, you can't jump in head first, you need to be. No, it doesn't muddy the waters. Even if it does turn out to be a hoax, that's not on Brian. Yeah, that was put out there. Brian I've no doubt will be in contact with that guy. And Brian's make no mistake about this. Brian's no one's fool. And anyone who thinks that they're going to fool Brian, that is stupid. Yeah, that is absolutely stupid. But we can only go on what's out there and what's true. So, it's... I ain't got no idea. Yes, Nicky Jackson. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't really care about the comments, to be quite honest with you. Oh, thank you. No, it's not Jews are very rich. It's the Zionist Jews. Although I'm not going to lie, I've never met a kind of like, you don't kind of meet a lot of homeless Jews. And if you do meet a Jew, you don't even know that they're a Jew anyway. Not going to lie. It's but no, the rich. King Arthur TV, Helen James report. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's like what is this thing about Ellen James? Ignore the trolls. I can't even see no trolls. I can just see Dave Courtney's friend, which I don't understand. And then Ellen James. Oh, fucking hell, man! How is that helping my chat? How is that helping me? Yeah, having a silly little war online. I don't even know what's going on, man, but it seems like it's all popping off online. And that's not what I'm about, Seriously, you need to know that. I'm not about that. Yeah? I'm about like people asking. I don't mind anybody asking me a question. You know, I've got nothing to hide. Yeah, and you ask me a question, I'll answer it in the best way I can. But if you're going to come with stupidness, right? If you're going to come with stupidness and shit, what the fuck? How is that helping anybody? Yeah. You know, I'm trying to expose some real fucking shit here, you know. Real shit. Proper real shit. Yeah. So, and I don't know if this guy, if it, you know, he was backing up everything he was fucking saying. He wasn't lying. Yeah. These recordings were like, come on, man. Why would someone do that? Yeah. You know, but if he is, then shame on him. But you think Brian won't suss him? Oh, come on, man. Like, you know, but I don't know why these people seem to still think that Brian's stupid, you know, because that's quite funny. And that you know, that's number one. Don't underestimate people. Do never underestimate people. Yeah? Because every now and then someone's going to come along who's going to shock you. Yeah? They're going to shock you. Like, you know, and if this guy is true, and I have no reason to believe he's not, because he's shown evidence, he's shown screenshots, he's shown emails, recordings, and he's got 5 hours of these recordings, right? Then he reads you all the stuff out online, what people are saying to him. It's like it's the same MO. I mean, they've tried it with me. They tried attacking me online. I found it highly amusing. Not going to lie, I found it hilarious. Yeah, because I weren't used to I never was online. Before I come on this, doing this stuff, yeah, I'd never had Facebook. Are you mad? That was like National fucking ID parade, man, back in the day. Like, I didn't have that. I'd never been on Facebook. So when I was getting attacked, I'm not going to lie, I found it fucking hilarious. Right? And then, you know, you just got to block people. And it was like, but first, when I come out about Wilfred Wong, oh my God. Literally, I felt like the old, but it was funny. It was funny. And then what happened was, because I was getting attacked so bad, some of my mates now, right, who not, but wicked with words, was on, and and then they all went away. They all went away. But now on my YouTube, man, it just makes me, it just makes me angry, because why are people not on? Why are people trying to distract me? Why are people trying to take away? Like, this is real shit, you know. This is real shit. This could happen to someone you know. This could happen to your child. Because don't think the social services ain't legally kidnapping children as well. Yeah, this country, like, seriously. Yeah, and what else can you expect when you fucking got a nonce king sitting on the fucking throne? It's how many nonces has he been fucking linking? It's just ridiculous. And he's reinstating Andrew. Like, you can't. And when I say, this country is a fucking joke, an absolute joke, right? Everything's so inverted, right? What's good is bad, what's bad is good. Everything's so inversion, man. And you know, this is, and to be quite honest with you, like, even when people are texting me saying, "Oh, well, mind out from that Amphon," like, why would someone lie or go to them lengths to lie? Yeah, and like I said, if they're a liar, then they'll get sussed out. But I don't see what gain this guy has got from fucking telling lies. And it literally is, it's a mirror of what Brian's gone through. Dodgy barristers, fucking solicitors, like, but with Brian, it was the top fucking solicitors, wasn't it? It was like that, like the solicitor to, I don't know, so it was, I can't even remember the famous names, but like Barrymore solicitor got hold of Brian once, like, you know, it's, and for me, they've got to be the worst solicitors or barristers in the world if they're not picking up on chain of custody and shit like that, like what Brian was accused of. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I've got a feeling like, when I watched it earlier on, I was just sitting there like, oh my God. And you know, he's even got PCSO, like, and yeah, it's nuts. This documentary, it's nuts, and very rarely am I rendered speechless, because I'm always just saying. But this brings it back to me that it's not just these rich mansions that that he said, you know, rich people, yeah. But what I believe was taking place underneath that shot was an orgy of making snuff movies, making it, you know, it's yeah. But it's happening, you know, it could be happening next door to you. It's so widespread now. It's so widespread. And even like, you know, on Scar City the other day when he, like that satanic gang, there was a lot more to that story, but obviously he can only cover like, but it's like they were taking girls to Turkey and selling them. And Turkey again. Do you know how much Turkey comes up? Just want to put it out there. Sharon Gale run off to Turkey a couple of years ago, I think it was now. She ran off to Turkey. And she even admitted that she'd been to a Turkish refugee camp. She said it's hell on earth, right? One thing you need to know about refugee camps is you can't just walk in a refugee camp like, oh, tourist attraction. Are you fucking nuts? You have to get permission from the guy. I don't know. But I just wanted to bring that up because, yeah, that that was nuts. She ran to Turkey, and Turkey's very. They seem to be right up there with the child trafficking. I think Wilfred Wong had something in Turkey. Was it Turkey? The charity. Oh, fuck. Was it Turkey? I'm pretty sure it was Turkey. Wilfred Wong with the Jubilee Ministries. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Stephen's charity. That was it. He was running Stephen's charity. Wilfred Wong. And they used to go out there and they said that they washed the feet of the children and then be preaching to them at the and I said, yeah, I bet them starving little children are really happy for the washed feet and the newfound knowledge. I remember saying that. Turkey, that was it, Wilfred Wong, Stephen's charity. It's mad, but you know what? And I'll say this: the person who brought me into this was John Wedger. Now he didn't bring me into this for me to survive and still be doing my own shit. I'm telling you that now, right? They were setting me up for failure from the off, right? But do you know what? All I can say is thank fuck. Like, I realise, and when Wilfred Wong got arrested, that was it. That was it. There was no way I was going to go along with any bullshit about it was a rescue. Yeah, you don't fucking take 5 pensioners on a fucking rescue mission. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But people were still trying to. But there was a T-shirt the other day, Free Wilfred Wong. Yeah, it's just, and even on a thingy level, like to kidnap a child is traumatizing. If the child's mother was in the car, why did you have to kidnap the child? That does not make sense to me. Just saying. You'd have thought the child's mother would have got out of the car and said, come on. I don't know why they had to kidnap the boy. I don't know how true that story is, but I can only go in with what's been reported and what's... and that man was not a good man. In fact, I think he was a fucking... a kind of Savoy turnout. Because he was in Parliament. He had an office in the House of Lords for 16 years. 16 years, and no one knew that until I discovered it. Yeah, so you know, and you all brought me into this shit. Yeah, you all brought me into this, and I'm in a way I'm glad, but that will never, because this wasn't meant to happen. I wasn't meant to go on and do my own thing. And that's exactly what I've just gone and done. And I've been honest about what I believe. I believe John Wedger, Simon Werrett, Camilla Batmangeli, they are involved in child trafficking, 100%. I believe so. There's nothing that anyone's going to tell me that is not true. With the night vision goggles, your best mate getting arrested for fucking child abduction. Like, nah, no, 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 no. Oh, let's see if I've got any good. The brother of that guy in 90s pop band, he's an actor, isn't he? I don't know. What's Isaac Cappy got to do with Aaron Disment Carter? I don't even know Aaron who thingy. Oh, not only Alan, but yeah, he did say other people had recorded and the noises as well. But to be quite honest with you, I'm. What was I just about to say? I've got distracted. No, that's very. Oh, that's very nice. The only good thing to come out of John Wedger is you, Nikki. Keep talking. Oh, I will. But the thing is, as well, is they do. John figures a lot as time's gone on, and when me and Brian talk, it's not like you have. Our conversations are goldmine. Like it's just constant information, and we realise things, and it is nice to have someone to talk to, especially like because Brian's bare cool as well, right? I find he's never flipped on me, never. And like I said, to be quite honest with you, I do believe that I am, apart from the other Nikki and Lee. I don't believe that anyone in Brian's life has been truly there because they're, and that must be horrible, because Brian's bare cool, right? And what I've realised is, even from his early days in E17, like when I've watched the E17 reunion and it's like Brian's always been Brian. Yeah, you see the same qualities in him as a 17-year-old as what you do now. Yeah, big mouth, always had a big mouth. Yeah, always voiced his opinions. Yeah, and that is something I can respect in someone. Yeah, that is something that I can respect in someone. Yeah, and there is no way that Brian is in any way fake or any way mad. Yeah, he's more sane than, a lot of people. And, his passion comes from the heart. His passion comes from that. And he's been in this so much longer than me. Yeah. But it is what it is. And I'm telling you now, they tried to stop us from talking. Like, they actually tried to stop me and Brian from talking. Lou Dickens was one. Yeah, she was going on like she was bigging me up. Yeah, but then she'd say to Brian, but she might come out with things. Now, when you say that to Brian, straight away his back's up. Yeah, and then after her, there was T. And it was like, and she was trying to control me and Brian, what me and Brian were saying, or what me and Brian. And Brian picked up on her straight away. I'm not going to lie, he picked up on her straight away. And I wasn't having a bar of it to start with, but then it did little things, and it was like, fuck. Because I couldn't believe that they would send in somebody to try and control me. It was just ridiculous. But then obviously my YouTube channels were taken down, so then I had to start from scratch. And I've had to start from scratch a few times over now, a few times over. So, it's... I might have only got 1,000 subscribers, but I'm pretty sure it must be more than that. But even if it's not, hey ho, it doesn't matter to me. That's 1,000 people to me. That's like, wow. All because they want to listen to me. Yeah, well, a few of them, well, a lot of them are. Backstreet Boy, like they're America. Matt Taylor, weren't you nicked for indecent pictures of children? Why do people like? How you? I don't, this is fucking crazy. Oh, who the fuck off? Whoever Ellen James is, it's just mad. Like, I don't care who Helen James is. I don't care what she's got to say, to be quite honest with you. And I don't know why everyone's giving it attention. I mean, let's face it. Look, I've got 117 people on my chat now. That's ridiculous, right? And you know. Oh my God. Haven't got. No matter. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but Brian does have a lot of support. Brian does. Brian really does. And he did. And I mean, let's face it. Look how many records he sold. I can't remember how many millions. It was fucking untold millions. And you know they're keeping his subscribers down. But now they've stopped him from uploading or going live off his channel till January. That's what. That's just ridiculous. And the only reason was because of that Simon Werrett video, the SRC video. That's ridiculous. Where's the ashtray gone? There he is. Yeah. So like I've been rabbiting on. I mean, I would like to interact with my, and I can see the comments, but I know a few people saying, "Oh God, some Paul mate, yeah." He's been filled. Yeah, I've been filled in on Boy George. He comes from round. He comes from this area. He comes from Joan Crescent, just round the corner. Yeah, and I'm wondering like where did he pick up these habits from? Like to chain someone to a radiator and just leave them there, right? What does that show a good human being? But like, and it's like they always try and like restart their career. But I mean that celebrity thing. I don't know what's going on there, but I know one thing: Boy George and Matt Hancock, I think, know each other, and it seems that Boy George is more powerful. I know that sounds mad. But that's what it seems to me. But I mean, yeah, he did get done for kidnap. Oh, Belinda, thank you. That's very nice. And you're from Wales, yeah? Well, Brian's like actually reached out, so I'm hopefully, I'm really. I'm in temporary accommodation. This is what we're saying. We're not saying it's Jew. This is where I think Kanye went wrong when he said it's the Jews that run away. It's not. It's the Zionists. Yeah, the Jews are hung out to dry like everybody else. But yeah, I under. But to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't even have known really what a Jew really like. When you're on road and that, it doesn't really matter. Like, I've never really heard of anti-Semitic on road. I've never really heard, oh, I hate that Jew. It's never been a thing for me. I mean, the only ones you can see is the ones with the tassels down the side. And just a interesting bit of information. I don't know if anyone knows, and this is actually true. The reason why they have them tassels down the sides is because if they fall into hell, they can be pulled back up by them tassels. That's a bit nuts, that is. Don't say that, Nikki. Helen James will call you an anti. Well, you can call me an anti-Semitic if you want. I'm saying that he's not the Jew. He's a Zionist, man. It's a Zionist, and anyone that wants to bring that, then bring it. But like, tell me I'm anti-Semitic. I could fucking give a shit about fucking Jewish people, yeah. Because if I ever met Jewish people, it's not been obvious to me that they are Jewish, yeah. So you know, I'm not anti-Semitic. But the Zionist Jews, Ashkenazi Jews, whatever you want to call them, Ashkenazi Zionists, Those are the, and they hang Jews out to dry, same as everyone else. Yeah, it's, and then they hide behind this. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it is just ridiculous. But like, come on, man. I'm not getting sucked into the drama, but I can't ignore the drama because it's like being played out over my fucking YouTube. Yeah, it just really winds me up because what is their angle? What angle are you trying to come with here? Because it's no, man. It's just silly. But like, who am I blocking? I don't even know what I'm blocking because there's just some Jews fan G. Oh, I don't know about that. Brian is about as smart as Helen Jane. Like, why what? Do you know what, Brian? I really hope that you're seeing this, mate. You'll know what you know where I'm coming from. Brian is about as smart as Helen James. That's coming from Dave Courtney's, mate. Like, seriously. Of course the police and government are involved. This is my whole point. But Brian would run rings around you, love. Oh, did I ever find out who sent that stuff? Yeah, Blake Wood, I think, done that. I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, he admitted to it, really. He said, yeah, I hope you like the anti-cunt tablets. But he was the ones who sent the Bibles to fucking Brian, the New Life Bible thing. They cost 30 quid each. And I'm just like, why would people, just give us the fucking 60 quid, man? What the fuck? Yeah. I don't care who's a soccer can. Don't bother me who's a soccer can. Yeah. The fact is like, it's. I don't know why people do this. It's just because all I'm trying to do is just basically expose child trafficking, but also, and this does get kind of overlooked a lot, it's not just children, it's women as well, and it's men. Admittedly, a small percentage of men, that's all. It's not a very big percentage. But the women as well, like the women is, and the women breed the children. It says, and it's it is my. Yeah, unfortunately, like a lot of my friends from Soho, one thing you say, it's like you've got it stamped on your head. When you've been sexually abused as a child, it's like it's stamped on your head. Yeah, because it happens everywhere you go. And it's that's the thing. Why did Brian get blocked again? Because he put up a video of SRC Simon Werrett, and he got down straight away. Yeah, kids do mean a lot to me, and don't get me wrong. I'm not a kiddie person. I'm not someone who loves looking after kids. No, it's not bad. It's just about children. No matter what colour, creed, whatever, they're innocent. They are completely innocent. Especially I can't even get into the baby and toddler rate with, And if you want proof of that, Ian Watkins lost profit, coming out of Wales. Yeah, look at him. Rest my case. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was linked with Tom Watkins. That's just my opinion. Yeah, it's what's the chances in the pop world of having two Watkinses and they're not fucking in any way related. But when I say when Brian's got a lot of shit, like a lot of evidence that you public haven't heard, and it's gonna blow the lid off this. It's gonna blow the lid. I'm telling you that now, 100%. Yeah. So isn't it a crime to impersonate a copper? Yeah, but if it's the NCA that's doing it, which I believe it is, and the NCA, they're not police officers. They're NCA officers. They don't really understand how police, they don't really understand how the inner workings of police work. Yeah, so they can fool people like Brian when they send the fucking gun people. Oh, that was just ridiculous. But the amount of fake police he's had at his door, and I've told him, if they ever come to your door again, you take their number, you ring, you ask them what station they're attached to, you go and ring the station, right? And I said to him, there's no, they might be able to set that up, but at least, it's not going to be as easy for them anymore. But they've never come to his ass since the last time, since the Andrew Grind shit, which was just absolutely ridiculous. Doing a health check on him the night before, and then the next day he's got fucking PC Sweeting at his door with a bag of fucking police officers behind him with fire extinguishers, angle grinders. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's nuts, That's nuts. It's just, but, it just... All right. Like Belinda, when I say it would, we are trying, we are really trying. Like Brian's trying to get in contact. I'm telling you now, like I watch it and it makes me so angry. It makes me so fucking angry. Like this poor Alan Tate, it's terrible, terrible. And he says I'm just a normal guy who bought a fucking house. Yeah, but also there were people in and around the area that have recorded sounds as well. It's not just him. So it's like I'm not gonna lie. If they, I don't know if we can help him or not. But the bottom line is with it happening to Brian and him, and there being such parallel that yeah. But anything I can do to help him, anything Brian can do to help him, it's there. Even just getting your story out there, yeah. We're perfectly happy to do that, yeah. And if you want to whatever, but the bottom line is, and what have we got to lose? If it's a false story, then believe you me, it's very quick to kind of like you kind of get to know, and you ask questions that are not designed to catch someone out, but if they're dodgy, then poof, and then it's okay. Well, we tried. Boom. That didn't come to nothing. But not gonna lie, with Brian's very astute on his own, like, but with me and Brian, like, you ain't getting nothing past us two. I'm telling you that now. No fucking way. Not a chance in hell. So, it's like people, yeah, I understand people saying don't jump in. But the bottom line is when you hear these things, how can you not jump in head first? How can I not react to them children screaming, them women screaming? Yeah? How the fuck can you not react to that? Yeah, and luckily enough, I've got my little platform here. Yeah, and my Facebook and people, how you're saying you can't find me on Facebook is ridiculous. Just put in Nikki Cooper, Niki. See, and I've got two accounts, but my main one is the one with my two dogs, my Missy and my Ronnie, as a profile pic. And also, well, obviously my YouTube channel because you're on my YouTube channel, but and like, but tomorrow I'm going to do that walk around the area. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to show, I'll show people the hanging tree as well. Like it's nuts. But I've been on for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Bloody hell. All right then. Well, I'm going to go as ever. Thanks for listening. And please stop doing this Dave Courtney shit 'cause it's getting on my nerves.